Hey guys, it's Joe. It's your commissioner with the Week 12 Commissioner's Report for the 2016 World Fantasy Football League season. Wow. We're going to have a fun Week 13, last week of the regular season. But boy, it was Week 12. Had some fun too. Let's start right off in the McCartney division with Cooper. Cooper opening up the gigantic can of whoop-ass, scoring a season-high 115 points. That is the second highest point total in the league ever. Second only to JM Smoke's 126 points back in 2006 in Week 7. That's the record. But so congratulations, Cooper. 115 points. You had 6 players in double digits, and none of them were the highest point scorer in the league. So that 6 of your 9 in double digits. Wow, that's impressive. You swept Pete Top, Matt Bottom by 60, and then you annihilated Groves 4B by 80 points. That's also a record for the season. And Groves 4B had the previous record 79 points. They lost by, I think it was in Week 2. So Groves 4B has lost by 79 and 80 points this week or this season. Ouch. Cooper, the practice squad, you won 6 in a row. And you clinched the regular season McCartney Division title, so you got some money for that. So well done in your rookie season. Another round of applause. Paulie, you split for the weekend. You lost to Pirates of the Caribbean, but you beat Cool Hand Luke. You had the high point player with 27 from Drew Brees to New Orleans. So nicely done on that. You don't have to worry about playoffs. You're in. So Matt, P Top, Kevin Bottom, or P Top, Matt Bottom, however. You lost to the practice squad, who didn't, and but you beat the other member of the Lundell family, Cool Hand Luke. But you, more importantly, with the split, you clinched a playoff spot. So you're going to be playing in the championship round, playing for Sgt. Pepper's Cup. So, and now we get to the bottom 3 of the McCartney division, and 3 teams that are going to be playing for the last playoff spot in the championship round out of that division. Martin, Cool Hand Luke, you lost both games. You've lost 4 in a row. You might want to start to change that if you think in playoffs. You're at 10 and 14 overall, and you need at least 1 win next weekend. We're going to get to that in the playoff board. So you take on the practice squad next weekend, so I'm just wondering if another Lundell family bet will be on the line. Name change, something else. I mean, I don't know. So no collusion, though. He can't just throw the game to you so that you advance in the playoffs. So let's not do that. Anyways, me. Hey, I jumped up to 5th place overall in the McCartney division. Pirates won both games and scored the second highest point total this week with 72. And they have a 3-game winning streak. And I'm currently 9 and 15. And when we go to the playoff board, you'll see what needs to happen for me to make the playoffs. Tiger, Groves 4B, you scored a league goal of 35 points. Ouch. You lost both games, and you dropped to last place in the McCartney division. You set a league record for 2016 with your 80-point loss, eclipsing, as I said, your 79-point loss in, I think it was Week 2. So we'll talk about your playoff potential coming up. Lennon division, Luke, you split for the weekend, but you moved into first place in the Lennon division thanks to Chad losing both games with the weapons of mass destruction. You've got a 1-game lead over weapons, and you need at least a split and 2 weapons losses to clinch the Lennon division title. So keep that in mind. Chad, you lost both games. You've now lost 4 in a row. Not good going into the playoffs. Well, the last week of the regular season, I should say. But you once had the best record in the league, and now you have the 3rd best overall, I believe. Yep. Sorry, 4th. Sorry. Yeah, best is practice squad, 19 and 5. Then we've got Bucky's son. We got Luke at 16, 7 and 1. Then Paulie at 15, 7 and 2. Then you at 15, 8 and 1. So, Chad, you're gonna want to have turn these losses into some wins going into the playoffs. So in a couple weeks, but Dawson, the legacy, you split for the weekend. You lost to Bloody Helmets by 3. Then you beat Rafi's Revenge by 15. You're 12, 10, and 2. And you could play spoiler next week as you take on Bucky's son, who is going for the Lennon Division title, and Taco Corp, who is playing for a playoff spot. So, getting to Taco Corp, Steve, you won both games. You're tied with Bloody Helmets in the standings, although right now you hold the tiebreaker. You're going to need at least a sweep and a split by Bloody Helmets to go for a three-peat. So I'll talk about that coming up. Eric, you also won both games. Bloody Helmets winning both games. When have we said that before? I'm not sure we have. Anyhow, you need to get some wins in the final week of the season if you want to advance, and you're going to need some help too. So I'm going to talk about that. Joel, you lost both games. Rafi's revenge. You've officially clinched a playoff spot in the Toilet Bowl. So you're 4, 18, and 2. Your team, I think, is just wishing that the season would be over. That's all I can say. So, again, tiebreakers. Here's how the tiebreakers work out in our standings, okay? First is divisional record. Second, total points scored. Third is points against. And then fourth is head-to-head. So, divisional record means a lot, okay? Divisional record, total points, points scored against, head-to-head. Those are your 4 tiebreakers. Next week, there's so many games that could be Commissioners' Games of the Week, but I chose 2 that are very important. We got Bloody Helmets at Groves 4B. That has playoff potential. I'll show you on the big board. And Steve at Cool Hand Luke. Again, these 2 games have 4 teams that are shooting to make the playoffs, and so that's why they're very, very, very important. We got 2 teams that are off on bye in week 13, Cleveland and Tennessee. I don't know many Cleveland Browns players, but Tennessee I can think of a handful. So let's get to the board. Okay. And again, Paul, if you could use your math skills and maybe figure this out too, verify, I don't know. But Martin, if you get a split, I believe you're in. You get a sweep and you're in. I'm in if I get a sweep and 2 losses by Martin. I'm in. Pirates are in. Mike, you need a sweep and 2 losses by each Martin and the Pirates. You're in. So Martin, you just need to win 1 game. Okay? Martin, Cool Hand Luke, you either need to beat the practice squad or Taco Corp, and you're in. Okay? You lose both, and I win both, I'm in. You lose both, I lose both, and Mike wins both, he's in. Okay? All that stuff. Steve, you get a sweep and a split by Eric, you're in. Okay? You get a split and Eric's 2 losses, and you're in. I'm just reading upwards, upside down, and backwards down here. Eric, you need to get the sweep and a Steve split. You're in. Okay? You split and 2 losses by Steve. You're in. So pretty much Eric and Steve, you guys just need to win. Okay? Eric, you're taking on Groves 4B. Again, one of the Commissioners' Games of the Week. And Weapons of Mass Destruction. Weapons hasn't been winning lately, so who knows what team will show up. Steve, you're playing Cool Hand Luke and the Legacy. So, what's going to happen? I mean, all of this. All of this stuff. This. Martin, the ball is in your court, okay? 1 win, and you're in, okay? Steve and Eric, you guys, just some wins. That's all you need to do, okay? If these teams get some wins, this is what it's going to do. Okay, you're going to have 2 dots and a smiley face and a circle and maybe a little bit of hair and maybe some ears. I don't know, maybe we'll even make it a neck. Who knows? But that's a drawing. Deal with it. I'm highlighting in yellow. That's what needs to happen. Although Paul will come up with some mathematical formula that none of this actually works. I don't know. We'll figure something out. So, gentlemen, we're going into the last week of the regular season. I mean, this is going to be week 13. This is big. Huge. Sorry. As President-elect Trump would say, huge. Just look at Greg's ginormous head. The Bucky. Who's going to win the Bucky this year? We're entering the final week of the regular season. 2 playoff spots remain. 5 teams fighting for it. We know Cessna's out. Rafi's revenge. They've been out since like week 1. Who's going to claim it? Cool Hand Luke, Pirates of the Caribbean, Bloody Helmets in the McCartney. Sorry. Cool Hand Luke, Pirates, Gross 4B in the McCartney. Taco Corp, Bloody Helmets in the Lemon. Which of those 2 teams of the 5? Which 2 teams of the 5 are going to advance? That's all I got, gentlemen. Get your rosters set. Make some changes if you need to. Entering the last week of the regular season. This has been your Week 12 Commissioner's Report for the 2016 World Fantasy Football League season. This is your commissioner saying adieu. I didn't hit the stop. Now I will.